Hey everyone, Jay here. So if you agree with anything I say in this video, hit that like button and watch the video through. The more watches, obviously the more YouTube shares it, and maybe Ubisoft sees it and they might implement a few changes. So in this video I want to talk about the next Ghost Recon and the features it should have, I think, which could benefit. Some could benefit everyone, some of them, some people, and yeah. So what I personally think is the reason Breakpoint didn't do so well at launch is because, well, the gear score, obviously. People coming from Wildlands on previous Ghost Recons, it was a big shock to them. And from what I remember, they didn't showcase it in a trailer. They showcased a good cinematic trailer, but not anything with gear score. So once you purchase the game, you're screwed, basically. Adding gear score wasn't really a bad thing to attract more players from games like The Division. But how they did it, they could have done it better. So what I was thinking is they were trying to make the game a survival game. So instead of a low level M4, level 30 for example, doing less damage and having these talents, what they could have done is a lower level being less accurate, prone to jamming because it hasn't been well maintained. So if you want a better gun that's more reliable, so it doesn't jam on you when you have to swap to a pistol, is you go out and look for a higher gear level. Same with your clothing, the chest piece, boots. The more running you do, the quicker they deteriorate. So you have to go out and look for another pair at a higher level. Chest piece, as an example, the more you get shot, the quicker it downgrades. That way it keeps you wanting to play, to keep your character at the high gear level, the best you can be. That's what I think anyway. That's what they could have done, where people like me who play immersive mode would find it more immersive, more immersed in your character.
The hell are you doing here?
That is number one. Number two, this isn't for everyone, but a lot of people play with well, I'm not going to say no HUD, but a minimal HUD. I don't like playing with where you see how much ammo you have and what item you have equipped. And there is an animation in the game, in Breakpoint, that shows him randomly taking the mag out and inspecting it. Well, why not have an audible alert saying, I don't know, 5 rounds, 2 mags, that way you know how many mags you have left and rounds. It's there in the game, so why not just add it in Breakpoint, that is. Thirdly, camera mode. I like the camera mode. I preferred it in Wildlands where it had more of a range to it. But what I don't like is the fact that it pauses your game if you're playing solo. If you're with a team, then obviously it doesn't. What they could do is just, you know, just let the game carry on. If you know you're going to be in a situation where you know you're about to do a certain animation and you want to record it and get the perfect screenshot from that recording, why not do it? Like, hit the record button, perform your animation while it's doing that, go into photo mode and just pan around. And in the recording later, you can find that perfect angle and take a screenshot. I know not everyone records, but you're probably nodding your head at this point saying you do take screenshots and to share it with your friends. Another change I would like them to implement is, I liked the animations, obviously the knife kills in Breakpoint, but they took too long. It's alright if there's 2 guys out in the open, out in the middle of nowhere, you shoot one, you've got all the time in the world for a 10-second animation. But in Wildlands, they are much quicker. Literally, a stab was done in a couple of seconds. And when you're inside a big base, that is what you want. You don't want to be spotted when you're in the middle of dancing around with the enemy. So maybe add a toggle somewhere in the settings. Simple and complex. Complex being Breakpoint, simple being Wildlands. Or somewhere in between. Jesus, I've been talking 5 minutes and it's a 16-minute video. Oh great. I had other things I wanted to say, but I can't remember. Yeah. But going back to that immersive type gear score mode I was talking about, allow the normal gear score for what I call arcade mode, because it is pretty arcadey. Keep the immersive mode now for your casual players who don't want gear score, just want to play, and for those who want the next step up, a gear level associated to their gear without it affecting damage or how well the round takes in your plate carrier, for an example. Have that, because at the same time that could bring in additional players from some who like that milsim kind of gameplay. Yeah. Oh, there is another thing. At the moment, the canteen and the eating, they don't do anything, really. Like, you don't really have to use them. So, what I was thinking is maybe add it so if you don't eat, you don't drink, your stomach starts to make a noise, like a grumble, and the enemy AI will be able to hear it if you're there close enough to you. And if you're in the middle of a stealth operation, that's not really what you want. Therefore, you have to prepare before you go in, have something to eat and drink, so that stuff doesn't happen. That way it gives you more out of the game. Because they did make somewhat a big deal about eating and drinking in the game, and I thought that would be great, but you never really have to. Not if you're playing in immersive mode. If you're playing arcade mode, I call it, obviously you're going to want a little bit of an extra buff or whatever. Like, I just like to pick up a gun. Gun's a gun, but what I mean by that is one M4 is the same as another, or vice versa. Like, yeah, I just like to play it how it should be played, and that's not with gear score, in that way at least. But in the way I suggest, it could make a better game. In Breakpoint, obviously, who knows what this next one's going to be like, but hopefully they will do something to make it feel a bit more survivally immersive. At no point do I feel like I'm being hunted in the game. One, I do say in Wildlands Fallen Ghosts, you do somewhat feel hunted. Especially when you get the guys with the portable jammers that stop your night vision, stop your drone from working, everything like that. Then you do get the feeling of being hunted. But apart from that, that's it. But anyway, if you agreed with at least some of what I said in this video, then hit that like button. Also, why not check out the rest of the content and hit subscribe if you like it. And with that being said, I'll just let the rest of this video play out, and I'll see you in the next video. See you guys, have a good one.
Oh, shit. Son of a bitch. Alright, asshole. You've got one chance to get this next question right. Where is Bowman? Where is Karen Bowman?
Oh, Unidad took her. I sold her out to them, lo siento. I had no choice. They would never let me leave the country without her. Por favor, I just want to be with my family.
Where did they take her?
MOB Jaguar in Flor de Oro. Please, I'm telling you, I had no choice. I am not meant for this kind of thing. I'm just an engineer.
Mind if I step in?
He's all yours. He was an American.
Yeah, that's right. He sold out his country. Now we need to find Bowman before Unidad breaks her.
You're concerned about Bowman now.
I don't give a shit about Bowman. I care about protecting the information in her head. She knows about my family. She know about yours? See, that's the kind of information Santa Blanca likes to use. You know what I mean.
Let's go. The American being held on this base. Tell me where she is before I ventilate your skull.
¿Qué? ¿Un americano?
Sequelero. Female, mid-40s, blonde hair.
I've seen her. I know where she is. I will show you on the map.
Walker, we've got a 20 on Bowman. I'm sending you a waypoint. Just do me a favor and wait for us before you do anything.
Relax. I'll stick to the rules. See you in a few.
Bowman.
You took your damn time. This wolf won't take my cuffs off. You guys were just in time. Things were about to get stressful for me.
This ain't exactly a rescue, Bowman. I'm bringing you in because I've got some questions of my own.
What's he talking about?
Later. Let's get moving.
You gonna give me a weapon or what?
Walker's questions do need answers.
How long have we been in the field together?
Hey, enough! I'm marking the location of a safe house on the map. If you want to talk, we talk there.
Buckle up, people.
Carnal, you captured General Baro. Yesterday we attacked some sicarios we saw on the road. They called Unidad for help and nobody fucking came. Without that muscle, the cartel is nothing. I piss on them.
All right, enough with the games. What's this all about?
What's it about? It's about you helping to steal information from the government and giving it to Unidad?
I didn't steal anything. I was helping a spy.
An enemy spy.
Now hold on.
My orders were to protect him for the success of multiple U.S. interests in Bolivia. And the Bolivian people.
Spoken like a true traitor. Whatever happened to loyalty to country? You should have killed that engineer the second you knew he turned. If you could protect a man like that, what's to keep you from selling information yourself?
Fuck you! I had orders and I was following them!
Orders? Orders? Your orders got my men killed! They aided an enemy! I'll take your orders and shove them up your ass!
Walker. Now this shit gets dirty. We all get paid to root around to the scum. Now we come out of that muck as clean as we can.
At least I know what side I'm on.
Look. I'm sorry for the loss of your men, really. Now, I might strut around like I'm the cock of the walk, but I don't call the shots. I follow orders.
Bullshit. You had command on the ground, you call the shots every time you obey an order.
Listen, you've been out there. This is an impossible situation. At least Bowman gives a shit.
You trust that spook?
You gotta trust somebody, Walker.
Yeah. Okay. I choose to trust you. And for now, I'll trust her. You keep your nose clean, Bowman. You owe me for the lives of 2 of my men. You stray 1 iota this Saturday, I'll come and I will collect on that debt.
Well, that was interesting. Thanks for sticking up for me in there.
Walker's a good team leader. You can't blame him for caring about his soldiers.
Between your friends and your duty, you have to choose duty.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure Walker feels the same.